light workers. Attention, root workers. Attention, conjure doctors. Attention, nature-based faith practitioners. Attention, spiritualists. Attention, diviners. Attention, prophets. Attention, the spiritually eclectic. Attention for those seeking the road less traveled. This is time-sensitive cosmic information, so you might want to catch this. This is time-sensitive cosmic information that you can use in your prayers, manifestations, and other spirit works. Beam up now via this video or the audio link in this video's description box to get this on-the-fly esoteric wisdom. Beaming up now. Ashe emojibatu Olodumare Bobo Egungun Ara Orun Bobo Orisha, for another day to bask in the goodness of Onile's sacred earth. Every day given is very special, and here are a few details, cosmic details, pertaining to how. I'm Ayansa JT Muse, and this is your early rising or your evening settling mystic forecast. Ekule, and good evening to you. It is 9 o'clock Central Standard Time, and time for your nightly mystic forecast with Ayansa J. Muse on 222.9, the Mothership Internet Radio. Yes, it is I, the Black Madonna of the airwaves, bringing you the mystics, the music, and the mojo on your Mars rule Ogun Chelsea venerated Toolsdaily. So, how did Ogun put yesterday's emotions from Yamaja into action today? How did Ochilsi fast track you a little closer to the roads of your highest destiny? If you're not sure of that yet, you got 3 hours. Well, you got 2 hours and 57 minutes to figure that out before the Mars action shifts into Mercury up to Uranus and the heavens start listening to what you putting down. Today, on 222.9 the Mothership, we honor the Divine Masculine, and I am broadcasting live from my YouTube channel, also from my Twitter and my 3 Facebook pages, 222.9 the Mothership, my Ayansa J Muse page, and my Toolsdaily only page, the Paradopotis. So make sure you're following Ayansa J Muse on all social media so that you don't just get all the Toolsday mojo, but you have the entire experience of the Ayansa JT Muse orbit. So, biblically, Tuesday is day 2 of the week, or the day that the Most High separated the land from the sea. So, does the land emerge from the sea on day 2? The moon shifted into the Mars action, and Ogun's domain is in the woods. Ashe. And those of you that practice Orisha tradition and many lineage of Orisha tradition is venerated to the Orisha Ogun. Tuesday, war, tools, iron, all those things. Right in the pocket with the divine masculine energy of war and unbridled masculine drive. Here on 222.9 the Mothership, we started off at 12 a.m. with heart chakra recharge, rebalance, and sleep meditation to get those affirmations subconsciously moving to the heavens as you get you a little shut-eye and catch you some Z's. Then at 7 a.m. we had the rising Bimbe to Ogun and Ochilsi, and music from the divine fathers of song, jamming it out for you with the old school grooves all day long. And if you're listening over 222.9 the Mothership, you hear the sounds of Cool in the Game, Summer Madness. Check it out. Green vegetations, plant magic, Ibashe Ogun, Ibashe Onile, Ibashe Ochosi, heart chakra, jazz, voices of the fathers, Mars. Welcome to Tuesdays on the Mothership, 222.9. Beam up. Letters, numbers, paths, revelations, spell names, spiritual names. Math, the universal language. Arithmancy, or Numerology Readings by Ayansa J.T. Muse. Brought to you by the Mothership Mystic Boutique. If you're hearing this over Mothership airwaves, then please visit the 222.9 The Mothership Facebook page for the links to schedule your appointment. If you're seeing this online, simply click the link in the description box below the video to schedule your numerology appointment. Ashe. And we're back. So, in case you're just now joining us, I am Ayansa J. Muse, the Black Madonna of the airwaves, bringing you your nightly mystic forecast on Toolsday, August 22nd, 2023. So, Leo season is going out and going out with a bang. And I'd like to call this day Open Roads to New Beginnings. So, Leo season ends and a 22 mastery number vibrating on a number 1. And as Ogun is the Orisha that opens the roads, preferably Onire, the higher roads. The daily numerology of number 1 is stiff and erect, just like the divine masculine. So today is a good day to really focus on putting some action towards your new beginnings. Okay? Now, for some, today is the first day of Virgo season. For others, it's the last day of Leo season. So, this is a cusp day. So, let's go ahead and get our turn up on and show some love to everybody in your world that is a resident of Zodiac House 6. So, fixed fire is fading into mutable earth. So, what is that fixed fire within? A fixed fire within for everyone, not just Leos, represents the fire that's in us that can't be turned off. So, what is it that you're passionate about that nothing can take your spirit or your focus off of? Use that to manifest your abundance as we shift into fixed fire to mutable earth. And earth signs deal with wealth, prosperity, material values, and staying grounded. And mutable is the sign that learns more about itself through its interactions with other people. So allow your groundedness to teach you about people around you as the innocence of Virgo energy opens us up to new beginnings. There's always got to be some Oya energy in the mix, boys. She came in a 9 vibration on yesterday, and she shows up again today because it is the ninth Tools Day of summer solstice. And we all know that Oya is Ogun's wife, so anywhere you see an Ogun or a Shango, Oya will not be too far behind. So there's a lot of new beginning energy on this night. So even if you just take some time to write some manifestations of new beginnings or visualize what your new beginning looks like. And some of us are well active in the process of manifesting our new beginnings. And if that's the case, keep on pushing. The moon is waxing tonight in the 8th house of Scorpio, the deep fixed water. So, fixed water deals with fixed emotions, the guardian of the deep, the esoteric things. So, how can we use that Scorpio energy to help bring about the new beginning on the day vibrations 1? And how can Ogun clear the roads for that? Well, Scorpio deals with life and death. So be clear on what needs to be resurrected in your life and be clear on what needs to be allowed to die so the new life can grow from it. Because as Ifa Orisha tradition teaches, it is a never ending cycle. Ashe? Ashe. Whew, the greenery of Ogun's forest and all the mysteries of the earth. I am sipping on some mushroom coffee tonight, and it is the truth. So, if you haven't tried mushroom coffee, I think you'll toss them coffee beans after you give this a whirl. Because not only is it good, listen to that, my coffee pot steaming in the background just from me saying that. I love synchronicities, don't you? Well, Mushroom coffee is actually a lot healthier for you, less caffeine, gives you a lot of focus. So that's another thing, y'all. Make sure y'all explore some of the good greenery of this good earth that we live on because it's just good. Mm. Okay, moving on. So, 22822, right? That's mastery in that new beginning. And with need for mastery also comes need for sacrifice. So allow yourself to sacrifice whatever needs to be sacrificed to bring about that new beginning. And you already know what those things are because they nag the hell out of you every day. Well, one of the key steps in honoring your intuition is simply putting your action behind it. So if something is on your spirit that just keeps telling you to do it over and over and over again, sacrifice your stubbornness and take a step into something new. You might find you like it. If you were born on today, happy solar return. And may the ancestors and the Orisha and all your spirit guides bring you many, many more filled with Bobo Ire. And what is Bobo Ire? Many blessings. But that's still not going to stop your girl from zodiac dry snitching. If you were born August 22nd, you have a winsome and offhandedly humorous way of getting your own way. Oh, they telling on us. You are somewhat fastidious, have self reliance, and are modest and amiable. You have the ability to make others see things your way. August 22nd, folks can be some manipulative little buggers without even trying to, huh? And you will be compelled a deep and tender love. So if you were born on this day, happy solar return. But if you're going to tweak people's thoughts to see things your way, make sure you're doing it in divine blessings. You don't want to use that kind of ashe to attract no crab apples in your life. And karma's a bitch because she waits until you're comfortable. Ashe. Everyone in the other 11 houses, make sure that you give anyone and everyone born on August 22nd and all the Leos in your life to love on the very last day of our season. And everybody in the other 11 houses, make sure that you're doing your part to show all the Virgo people some love in your life. Why? Because you want everybody to help you turn up in your zodiac season. So let's make celebrating life a year round thing by celebrating all 12 portals of the zodiac and the special people that the Most High sent into our lives to teach us lessons about ourselves that were born in each sign. Why? Because all of us carry each and every sign. Our sun sign is just the strongest one. So allow yourself to learn about the Virgo in you through the Virgos in your life. And if you need some help understanding your Virgo energy, well, your girl lives in the cosmos and loves to read them. So when you get a chance, allow yourself to book a treat. And what's the treat? Either a sun circle tarot reading that only needs to be done once a year, or an astrology reading based just on your Virgo energy. Ashe. All right, now here comes the long part of the forecast. Let's talk about retrogrades. Boy, these planets are moving backwards and backwards and backwards, following each other one at a time. One comes in, the other one goes out. And we're going to be dealing with some interesting retrograde energy through and through because we tend to just talk about Mercury retrograde. But what happens when the other planets go into retrograde? That's what we need to talk about. So, taking it from the top, tippy tippy on every bone. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to go red man, method man on y'all. Hip hop day ain't till Saturday. Sorry about that. Anywho, if you are a Scorpio and are close to one, give yourself a break. Be easy. Be observant of yourself and surrender to the process. Because Pluto, hey, Evolve Love, love to see you on here. How you doing? It is the most subtle of all retrogrades because planet Pluto is the furthest from the Earth and from the Sun. But in the spirit world, what's small is large and what's large is small. So make sure you embrace those little changes that need to be made that help impact bigger and better outcomes. Pluto is in retrograde in the house of Aquarius. We went in on May 1st and will be coming out on October 11th. So, Scorpios, y'all are going to be affected a little bit more by the subtle changes than other people. because this is your ruling planet. Make sure you embrace those small and transformations that will help you close old chapters that no longer serve you. Ashe, Ashe. Okay. Oh, the planet Pluto and Orisha, that deals with Ogun Onire energy, is what's resonating with me because Pluto is the higher octave of Mars. Ashe, Ashe. Okay. Capricorns and Aquarians. If you are a Capricorn and Aquarian, pay close attention to yourself during this time. And those of you that are close to Capricorns and Aquarians, be prepared to give those people in your life a little extra patience. Why? Because the planet Saturn, the trickster planet of karma, discipline, power, your carnal essence, your egotistical reasons for desire, that's the planet that's going in retrograde that's affecting Capricorn and Aquarius energy. And Orisha, that resonates more with Eshu, of course, trickster energy. And in some lineages, Saturn is Babaluaye energy. And we went in on June 17th to Saturn retrograde, and we'll be coming out on November 4th in the 12th house of Pisces. And Pisces is, the sign of belief. And with that, in conjunction with Saturn going into retrograde, this will be a very important time to reflect on important life lessons and prepare to build on those lessons, because building on those lessons is building your road to Ire. And Ire is blessings, health, wealth, happiness, peace, all the good stuff in life, love and happiness, like Al Green sings about. Keep your priorities in check. And don't stop there. Check both of your priority lists. Oops, did I say that out loud? Yes, both priority lists. What do I mean by that? Well, your ego has an agenda, your spirit has an agenda. Just make sure they're balanced. The rest ain't none of my business. Master your self discipline and allow yourself to embrace your deepest needs for self expression. Why? Because the ego is most likely to get out of balance when you don't allow your inner child to be heard. And what happens when children get ignored, even the ones we trap inside? Children act out when they don't get the attention they need. So oftentimes our egos act out because we don't take the time to listen to our inner child. So express the deepest, deepest things in your hearts and prepare to reap the rewards of self mastery. Ashe? Ashe. All right, planetary retrograde number 3, Neptune. So attention all Pisces people. If you are a Pisces, or Arca, if you are a Pisces, take it easy on yourself more than any other retrograde I mentioned. If you are close to a Pisces, pray for patience for the Pisces, because Neptune, their ruling planet, is in retrograde in its own strongest house, Pisces. And when planets go into retrograde in their own house, that's like a double whammy of that retrograde energy. So you want to be mindful of delusions. You want to take a very close look at fantasies that we might have sold ourselves, because sometimes being in pursuit of fantasies can give us what we call destination addiction. And what is destination addiction? When we always think that our happiness is in the next moment, somewhere ahead, instead of letting the happiness manifest in the now and carry you into the future. So allow yourself to be mindful of delusionism. Stay grounded in what you're valuable in. Avoid vices and things that you hide behind to escape the deep emotions and spiritual questions that really need to be dealt with. Okay? Reassess your real dreams. What was it that your inner child really wanted? And create that space for that. Did I mention avoid vices? Okay. With Orisha tradition, Neptune resonates more with Olokun energy and some roads of Yamaja, because it's the higher octave of Venus, where Venus is love, sex, and beauty and earthly values. Neptune speaks more to divine compassion, dreaminess, spirituality, individualism, and things like that. Embrace the confusions that come in Neptune retrograde, because the confusions help you to sort out who you are from who you were, who you are from who you're becoming, who you are from who you may be pretending to be. Ashe. And there's a lot of SU energy mixed up in this Neptune retrograde because we went in on June 30th. June, 3 by 2, 30, 3 by 10. December, that's when we come out, December 6th. December, 3 by 4. 6, 3 by 2. SU energy all in that. So let's take this Neptune retrograde in stride and make sure that we're not playing games with our own minds. Ashe, ashe. All right. So, speaking of the planet of Venus being love, beauty, and all those things, Venus is in retrograde from July 23rd until September 4th in the house of Leo. That's us, me, Owl. So that's Oshun energy in Ifa Orisha tradition. And this is a short retrograde that went in July 23rd and will be coming out on September 4th. If you didn't lock it down love wise by July 23rd, you might want to keep them in the friend zone until after September 4th. This is not a good time to start new relationships. Not a good time to plan weddings either. Why? Because when it comes to your love life, your exes come running back like Groundhog Day. And they come back for different reasons. So just because your ex may come back, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's another conflict or they're trying to get back with you. Sometimes your exes come back for you to revisit lessons you may have overlooked. Okay. Sometimes exes come back for you to make peace and resolution so that you can move forward in a healthier relationship. Or your ex just may come back because they're the ones you're actually meant to be with. So allow yourself to be in that space of self honesty, complete self honesty during Venus retrograde. Because the only wrong answer when it comes to love is a dishonest one. Ashe? Y'all can hold out on this. No cosmetic surgeries for those of y'all that get them. No tattoos. Anything that's cosmetic that involves a needle or a blade, stay away from it until after September 4th. You might run a risk of coming out botched if you do, so don't say mama didn't tell you. When it comes to money, avoid spending on frivolous things until after September 4th. Why? Because Venus is in retrograde, honey, and that's the planet of love, sex, beauty, and the ching ching money. So, and not spending on frivolous things right now, you show respect to Mama Venus. That or Yeye Oshun for those of us that practice Orisha tradition. And you're just letting Venus know that you are thankful for what you already have. So, those are the four planets that are currently in retrograde. Let's talk about the two that we're heading into, one starting tomorrow. Ibashe Eshu again, we are going into the third Mercury retrograde of 2023 starting tomorrow. Okay? And we're going in tomorrow, August 23rd, and we're coming out on September 15th. Okay? So, and that's in the sixth house of Virgo. So, go ahead and do your prayers to Ogun now, those of you that practice Orisha traditions, to kind of offset the technology issues that Mercury retrograde brings. Because a lot of our devices are full of Mercury, and with Mercury moving backwards, they bound to, experience some things. So go to Eshu and Ogun for those of you that practice Orisha traditions and just, see what can be done to offset that. I wouldn't plan too much traveling if I were you during Mercury retrogrades because there's bound to be delays, derails, detours. Why? Because retrograde energy is when you're supposed to have you behind at home reflecting. So reflect. It'll do you better in the long run. Past relationships. So, who? This is going to be a doubled up on the X energy until after the 15th because Venus retrograde brings X's back. But Venus retrograde ends on the 4th. Okay? Mercury retrograde brings X's back too, but then it doesn't end to the 15th. So let's just keep an objective on that and just allow yourself to close what doors need to be closed, learn the lessons that need to be learned, and reconcile with whoever is naturally fitting to reconcile with. The name of the game is self honesty and the desire to walk the higher road. 5 days after Mercury goes into retrograde, its higher octave Uranus is going into retrograde. Ibashe Aya. So we're going into, oh wait, I skipped something with Mercury retrograde. Mercury retrograde affects Virgos and Geminis. So if you are close to a Gemini or a Virgo, give them some patience because their planet is going in a retrograde. Okay? If you are a Gemini or a Virgo, be very, very mindful because these retrogrades in Mercury affect you guys more than other people in the zodiac system. Okay, so Aquarians, your other planet, Uranus, is going into retrograde on the 28th, and we won't be coming out of that one until January 27th of 2024. Oya is landing some winds that she's going to need a few months to clear some things out. Uranus is the planet of intuition, shakeups, sudden changes. They challenge your belief systems and your outdated patterns that no longer serve you. And this retrograde is coming in the house of Taurus. So that's going to deal a lot with letting go of your understanding of how you're supposed to manifest wealth and allow it to manifest completely unexpectedly, spiritually, and by way of miracles. And I'm here to tell you, ain't no money like God money, baby, because God money let you sleep at night. So those are all of your planets that are in retrograde and the two that we're heading into, and the residents of each zodiac house that it will affect. And I'm so sorry to rub it in, but this is one of those things that I love about being a Leo. The sun doesn't retrograde. I'm going to leave that where it is. I'm Ayansa J. Muse, and this is your nightly mystic forecast. And when we come back, we're going to get to your nightly tarot draw from the Kemetic Oracle. Ashe. I painted this one green for you. Listen. Ojo Esegun Nunde Tuesday, the sun is high, lush. But concrete city life has Mars in overdrive. I bring the elixir, the medicine, the poultice, from equinox to solstice, viridescent like the essence of the heart's house, you'll notice. A cool breeze for green firestones, parados, relax in the heart of my clearing. So here you go. Sip with delight. And I answer J. Muse, short poem. Tarot readings. A lot like peach cobbler. You may have had them before, but you've never tried mine. 12 months, 13 cards, a yearly prediction only needing to be done once a year. Great for New Year celebrations and or solar returns. The Sun Circle Tarot Reading, a signature spread by Ayansa JT Muse, brought to you by the Mothership Mystic Boutique. If you are hearing this over Mothership Airwaves, visit 222.9 the Mothership's Facebook page for the links to book your appointment. If you are seeing this online, simply click the link in the description box below this video to book your Sun Circle reading appointment. Ashe. Every 4 minutes, the heavens switch positions, and it will serve your spirit well to have the heads up ahead of time, as every day is special as we know. But this program is designed to bring you the mystic details of what makes each and every day special and different from the one before. It brings an elixir of numerology, astrology in various form, moon phases, daily divinations, and anything else pertaining to cosmic phenomena. Join me at 9 p.m. nightly for this elixir on The Forecast. If you miss your nightly forecast, well, it airs again at 6 a.m. So you can't miss it, at least and not be fully aligned with your day. So make sure that you tune in to The Forecast on 222.9 The Mothership. Beam up. And we're back. So just in case you're just now joining us, I'm Mayonsa J. Muse, and I'm bringing you your nightly mystic forecast. Those of you that are listening over the Mothership's airwaves are listening to the sounds of Cool in the Game, Summer Madness. Those of you that are hanging with me in the backstage Instagram room on my 222.9 the Mothership Wednesdays, 2229 Tuesdays. I'm sorry, I'm already getting a day ahead of myself. It is Tuesdays. So my Tuesdaily Instagram is 229 Tuesdays. And y'all can join me there when you want to hang backstage with the forecast and, hear my bloopers and talk to me and things like that while the commercials are running. But those of you that are watching from my Twitters and my YouTube and my Facebooks are looking at my Tuesdaily Tarot deck. Let me borrow this for a second to show to my Instagram viewers. And the Seven of Swords came up. Now, I accidentally picked up two, so it must have meant that I was supposed to look at the other card. So, we have the Seven of Swords upright, and then we also have the Major Arcane card, the Tame Lion, that showed up right underneath. Okay, so with the Seven of Swords, the swords deals with a lot of thinking. So there may be swords drawn on many of you because of your choice to walk your higher path. The angels give me to give you that that's something you need not worry about. You take care of your assignment, and the ancestors will take care of your light work. Swords also represent having to cut away things that no longer serve your higher road. And by seven, being the number sacred to Ogun as well as the number of completion, is there to assure you that certain cycles are complete. If you notice, the swords form a square and then a triangle, which is kind of like a house figure, like a pyramid figure. So this card is also speaking of honoring your ori in terms of what you're building. So whatever your swords are fighting for, make sure they're fighting for a structure that you are genuinely trying to build. Now, initially, this card was just there. Right when I picked this card up to show to my Instagram followers, the tamed lion came up. So I'm going to show that to them again. And this is a major arcane card. Now, as you can see with the tamed lion, the lion is sitting, eating out of the queen's hand. And what this means is that you will rule more with kindness than you will with terror. Allow yourself to address all conflicts from a place of peace and from your highest self, and you'll be able to calm many of the beastly energy that is around you. But if you fight fire with fire, you will get a bigger inflame and a larger engulf and something much harder to put out. So let's flip the deck and see what the other thing is. Okay? So you have a triple pyramid here with the Nine of Swords. And by this being the ninth Tuesday of summer solstice, nine is also the energy of Oya. This is bringing some changes, but the Nine of Swords is a scary card to draw for your enemies. This is what the spirit is telling me, that with a lot of the things that are ending for you with the Seven of Swords, the Seven Swords are where your personal things need to be resolved here, meaning bad thinking, negative thoughts, doubt, things like this. So you end things with this set of swords is what's going on within, the war that's within, that's coming to an end of a cycle and building something new. And doing that and manifesting that, ooh, stones falling and all this kind of stuff. Boy, this is a powerful message. Okay, so the tame lion came up with the hand in the mouth. So this is the message that for you to stay calm and win your inner war, while on the outside, your outer war is being taken care of by your angels, your spirits, your guides, and your protectors. So the Nine of Swords really isn't for you. The Nine of Swords is really more speaking of what's going to happen to your enemies, or that lion that's sitting in front of you, that with your calmness you're feeding out of the palm of their hand, or feeding out of the palm of your hand, if that makes sense. So this means conquer your obstacles with softness, coolness, tutu ori. A cool head prevails over all things. And with all these swords drawn, as long as your sword is drawn on the right side of Eshu's crossroad, you will come out victorious. The Nine of Swords is also a warning of who you associate yourself with. Be mindful of going out with people that you don't completely trust, because a Nine of Swords is also a warning of a possible setup. So if you are one of those starseed people that's building your road to the heavens, if you're like manifesting things and people around you seem to be jealous or angry or upset about that, be very, very mindful of circles that you run in, because this may be a time, especially with all this retrograde energy going on, this may be a time for you to retract your energy, call it back from all places, stay focused on your divine road, and only associate with those who are helping you build your road. Let's see what's under that. Oh, look at that. I just randomly pulled that card up. So it goes from one of the most challenging cards in the deck, the Nine of Swords, to the Ten of Cups. And the Ten of Cups is the fullness of abundance, the fullness of love, the fullness of everything in array. So this tamed lion card is very, very important, because people do things that piss us off and make us want to retaliate. Let's call it what it is. But the spiritual challenge is not to surrender the ego self to the spirit self. You see what I'm saying? Because it's the higher head that calms the lower beast. And all of us have that higher head and that lower beast. And winning this war is the Seven of Swords within, because there's a seven, the number of completion. And then the Nine of Swords is the protection from people around you that may not mean you any good. So keep calm, keep your face in what you're working on, associate with only people that are helping you manifest your highest destiny, and the Ten of Cups manifestation is inevitable. Should you need a personal reading, I'm getting ready to post a link right now so that you can not only book your reading, but experience the entire Iyansa J Muse orbit. And baby, mama is cooking up the mojo. I'm Iyansa J Muse. This is your nightly mystic forecast. And when I come back, we're going to talk about what happens when Mars passes the baton to Mercury and Uranus, when Ogun passes it off to his wife Oya as she's shifting in her third run of this week. That is so amazing. Ibashe Oya Iyami. She showed up on a 9 on the daily numerology on Moon Day. Then tonight is the ninth moon day of summer solstice. And then Wednesday is Oya's ruling day, which Virgo season begins, and she hopes blow in the winds of Mercury retrograde, because that's coming on Wednesday, where Eshu and Oya play. I'm Mayansa J Muse. This is your nightly mystic forecast, and you're listening to your 24/7 planetary groove of mystics, rhyme, and healing to 22.9 the Mothership. Beam all the way up. All this spiritual stuff, you need somebody to just make it plain. Are you trying to divinely align? Are you a starseed? Are you too busy building the kingdom, building the queendom to come for all the madness going on in the world today? Methods of emotional healing. Are you taking your first steps down your spiritual path? Want a more practical understanding of the Orisha? Do animals seem to communicate with you? Do you need to sort out some things about love? Do you see numbers? Spiritual signs? Need somebody to just make it plain? Does your love for esoteric wisdom coin you a student of life? Do you like wisdom in poetic bars? Are you ready to debunk the spookism behind ancestor veneration? Want to learn how to make medicine? Want to learn about different tools of divination? Tantric spiritual sex secrets? Ways to utilize each and every moon? Do you walk the road less traveled? Are you considered strange by society? Are you discovering your spiritual gifts? Do you want to taste the power of words through incantation? Do you want to get into some unorthodox Bible teachings? Do you dream often? Do you long to explore the secrets of the earth's endless mysteries? Do you study the stars? Do you need tips on building good character? Do you want to know more about how to interpret dreams? Do you love some good literature? Need somebody to just make it plain? Then indulge in the art. Indulge in the art. And indulge in the art. Indulge in the art. And indulge in the art. Indulge in the art. The Art of Spirituality in Iyansa J. Muse's Orbit. Iyansa J. Muse's Orbit is a monthly subscription service that features free and exclusive content dedicated to your versatile, well-rounded, deeper understanding of spirituality. It comes from all angles, teaches all kinds of lessons, and it cooks like a gumbo, a whole bunch of different spiritual ingredients and one spiritually flavorful soup. And let that soup feed your soul and enhance your highest spiritual life. It even features an opportunity to have a one-on-one counseling session with yours truly. So don't get left behind. Get beamed up to the orbit. All proceeds go to 222.9 The Mothership Mystic Internet Radio. Sign up for the 222.9 The Mothership Internet Radio email list to stay in the exclusive loop of what's going on in the orbit. Ashe. In Iyansa J. Muse's Orbit. High-level spiritual wisdom. Fully flavored with no holds barred. A question on the heart is the spirit's thirst for clarity. Readings, consultations, I call them intuitive counseling sessions, but you know what I mean. They're kind of like gumbo or peach cobbler. You may have tried many, but you haven't had mine. I can say I met the divine when I was about 9. Ever since I was 16, I found myself wondering, do I have an invisible "please come tell me your business" sign taped to my forehead? Then one day I was sitting at the bus stop at a crossroad, and I had the audacity to ask the goddess, why was I even sent to earth? And I became an ethereal, intuitive counselor. And the universe has been answering that question over and over again, one phone call at a time, for the last 9 years. From there, in between sessions, I began to relentlessly apply, align, and study the ways of the stars and of the ancients. 3 years in, Orisha priestesshood to Oya came knocking. Hence the Iya in the name Iyansa J, Iyansa, an Oya praise name. Oya is the Orisha who brings radical transformation and change. Make no mistake about it now, baby. I am no soothsayer. I am no fortune teller. I'm not a private investigator. I don't cast love spells. I'm not an emotional punching bag. I'm not a spiritual trash dump. I am not a haven for jinn spirits. I give guidance with clarity, with wisdom, with love, with truth. I unlock keys to your spiritual growth and your highest destiny according to your unique design. Ready for some evolutionary change? Let's talk. Did you enjoy the work and greenery wisdom of the Paradopotis? Well, I hope you did, because now it's time to take to the skies on my Wednesdaily blog, the Malbec Planetarium. That's www.poeticallymuse.org/Malbec Planetarium. That's POETICALLYMUSED.org/MALBECPLANETARIUM. Bet you won't join me there tomorrow to learn a few secrets of the quasars. Ashe. All right. Shout out to supporting member of 222.9 The Mothership, Dwayne Mahoon. I hope I spoke your name correctly. I had to post the Capricorn love because I am the daughter of a Capricorn. This supporter is a Capricorn. And on the Cosmic Ear Hustle for Tuesday, the last day of the Lionsgate Lions Roar series, featured my first episode of Pataki, which is the story of my very first tarot reading that followed with a body artist, with a body painting for my solar return. And the artist is a world renowned body paint artist by the name of Leroy Roper, who too is a Capricorn. So, most definitely, it's Capricorn love all the time. I'm always going to have a special place in my heart for Capricorns, just in memory of my father alone. But all the other amazing Capricorn people in my life, including the one whose comment I just featured on this page. So thank you for your support. Thank you so very much. So we're getting into Wednesday's forecast. It begins at 12 a.m. on 222.9 The Mothership with third eye sleep meditation and healing. Okay? And then it goes into the rising Bembe to Oya. And then you have the exotic mothers of song all day long. So we're dealing with 23 twice on this Wednesday, WINDS day. And it's venerative to those of you who practice Orisha tradition. This is where we venerate Oya, she who brings changes, transformations. That may be a good time to visit a cemetery and leave an offering at the gate and ask her to bless you throughout this Uranus retrograde. That would be a good time. Embrace those changes on Wednesday and don't forget to leave something at the crossroad for SU because Mercury is a ruling planet as well. But you want to offer to SU anytime because he's the keeper of all the gates and he's the messenger of all the spirits. So ignore him at your peril. 23 twice because it's 82323. And the day vibrates on a 2012. 2 and 3 is 5. So there's some Oshun love energy in the mix there. And Mercury retrograde begins today. So allow yourself to meditate, kind of pull your communications back some because wires get crossed very easily during Mercury retrograde. It begins today. May Yeshu bless you all and making sure that you make the right decisions throughout the things that are presented to you, or should I say, make the higher and more balanced decisions. May Ogun bless your technologies to not get too out of order while Mercury is in retrograde, and that all lessons learned for those who honor and appreciate retrograde energy can take this energy as something to be used to heal, for deeper introspection, and be in a rush for nothing. Okay, it will be the official first Wednesday of Virgo season. So, shout out to everybody in Zodiac House 6. Love all you Virgo babies out there, and may y'all turn up in y'all season the way I turned up in mine. And I'm here to help fan the flames, baby. So that the mother of the mothership can help you in any kind of way set your Virgo season out. Let a sister know, because just because I'm a Leo, I'm not a hater. Well, the moon is waxing in Scorpio, so there's some Pluto energy there as well. And you want to increase your intuition. You want to increase that ritualistic side of you. Yes, I said that because everything you put into action and consistent routine is a ritual. It's not always about candles and intentions and incantations and things like that. Sometimes a ritual is just the everyday practice of going outside and greeting the sun, or making sure you take more time for your ancestors. Make sure you sink deeper into your spiritual nature and putting it in practical action. Scorpio energy is all about that, not just sex and death, but endings and beginnings. So, with the moon waxing in Scorpio on the first day of retrograde, is a good time to surrender to your divine feminine energy of simple receptivity. And you do have a double dose of female energy because the day vibrates on a 2, the number of the divine feminine. And here on 222.9 The Mothership, we got it going for you all day long. The exotic mothers of song. Take a look. Wednesdays, Mercury, Uranus, purples. Ibashe Oya, Ibashe Nanaburuku, maroons. Exotic voices of the mothers. Welcome to Wednesdays on the Mothership. 222.9. Beam up. Oh, y'all caught me slipping. Oh, well, a good song dedication is worth it. That concludes our nightly forecast. So, thank you for joining me tonight. I certainly hope you got some things to feed your spirit to help you align with the energies of today and cosmically prepare for tomorrow. And I got a special song dedication, and it's music from the Rotary Connection, and it's an old school tune. I am the black gold of the sun. I hope you believe that about yourself, because I sure was heaven believe it about me. Remember, the sky is big enough for us all to be stars. And in the words of George Clinton, free your mind and your ass will follow. I'm my Aunt J Muse, and this has been your nightly mystic forecast, or the one you caught at 6 o'clock this morning right before you started your day. Take care. I stay in love, and may Ire always follow you. Ashe. Every day is special. Why not find out mystically how? This is the forecast on your Mystic Music Haven on the airwaves, 222.9, The Mothership. Beam up.